Hey guys, how you doing? It's Matt. Welcome back to my channel. So good to have you back. Today I thought we would do a love reading. Sorry, I'm just saving here with this tiny little leaf. Just resetting and clearing these psychic channels. Today we're going to be doing a love reading. And we're going to be looking at who your person is, who is meant for you. And of course, I don't even need to say this, but I want to say this, that the person who is meant for you is you. And this external person is just a reflection of how you are vibrating within yourself. So if you're aligned with this message, it does mean that either you are in the process of coming into this higher vibrational version of yourself, or you already are there, and this message is intended to serve as confirmation for you and what you're calling in. Of course, this is a general reading, so there's no way I can possibly pick up on all the nuances of your personal partnership. But this will be overall energies that may resonate with your path. So we are working with 3 piles today. We got pile number 1 with the Lover's card here and this opalite, I think. And then we have pile number 2 with the 10 of Cups and this fluorite stone. And then pile number 3, we have the 2 of Cups with this angelite, I believe. So very soft, loving stones, beautiful, loving cards. I did not shuffle for them. I just chose them. But I will channel messages individually for each pile before I pull cards. Anything else that I want to say? Yeah, I'm throwing my email in the description box below. I am doing readings as I feel called to do personally for people. But if you are interested, please do not be afraid to reach out through email and just inquire. And we can potentially arrange something. And yeah, I just thank you all for being here so much. And let's get started. Hey there, Pawan. So you guys chose the Lover's card here with this moonstone. And yeah, we're going to be looking at who is meant for you at this time. Of course, these readings are just meant to be confirmational. They won't tell you anything that you are not sensing on some deeper level. And if the message does not reflect what you are sensing or it feels out of alignment, then it is not your message. So let's tap into your energy, pile 1, and just really sense. It's interesting. Emotionally speaking, I'm seeing a pond, and that's sort of shallow waters, and waters represents emotions. So I'm feeling that some of you have felt like you've been operating emotionally in sort of a shallow place for a time. This could have been any point in the past, or for some of you currently, maybe perhaps you're feeling like you've emotionally been operating in shallow waters, but it's like now I feel like those waters are beginning to deepen in a really profound, beautiful way, where you're feeling held by whatever process you're in, even if it is uncomfortable or dark. It still feels like I just have this sense of being held by like Mother Nature in an interesting way. Or that I'm being very present with the process that's happening as I'm like diving or being submerged in some deeper emotions that maybe I hadn't felt previously, guys. And I feel this sense of like chains unraveling and coming off my body. So some of you are really working on untethering yourself from anything that's restricted you or held you back, any perceived limitations, self-imposed limitations coming through, so that the emotions can really flow and carry you, because your emotional stream of consciousness is like a river that's carrying you in the direction when you flow with your emotions and you allow them to resurface and be expressed. Even if it's just in the privacy of your own space alone, but just finding that opportunity, that door, that even window to let some emotion out and express that is flowing you in the right direction. The right direction for you, Pile One, is always flowing the direction of your emotions. And that doesn't necessarily mean acting on your emotions externally, but it does mean really tapping into them and honoring them and letting them be what they are without judgment, right? Because the reason why we tend to operate in shallow emotional waters is because we're judging some aspect, or we're afraid of some aspect of the deeper, darker stuff that has been hidden away for a long time. Okay, so that's initial message. Anything else specifically for Pile One? I'm seeing like a beach and like starfish and like Florida, or something like Florida, where there's like beaches, and maybe perhaps some of you are near a beach or would like to travel to a beach. I'm getting like beach near a city energy. So some of you may be connected to a place like that, and that might be really good to connect with that in some way, even if you aren't directly near like a location like that. It's good to maybe perhaps interface with a place like that for your spirit, but just take that as it applies. What else is coming through? Yeah, I'm seeing seashells, listening to the ocean. So really your emotions are just being highlighted, and the ocean is a vast, deep, feminine presence, watery presence, and so it can feel overwhelming at times, but it can also feel rejuvenating and revitalizing. And it, like when you go to the beach, you're letting the sun shine on your face, which is, the sun is also that masculine aspect to match up with the feminine aspect of the ocean. So it's I don't know, beach vibes just feel really good for you right now, Pile One. Okay. Anything else, God, for pile number one? Yeah, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, so that is telling me that a lot of clarity is being given to you at this time, guys. So just pay attention to whatever's coming through for you. I feel like messages like this that are coming through in readings that resonate on a deeper level, it's like, take them seriously and take them on board. I know we have to say that, readings are for entertainment purposes only, and it's so easy for people to just get lost in tarot rabbit holes and sort of lose a sense of reality. But it feels like the messages that you are getting, Pile One, you can take on board, take seriously, and really integrate them. And it's like part of this reprogramming curriculum that your higher self has you in at this time, which is really, really good and cool that you have access to this affirming knowledge and insight to yourself. It's a tool to assist in your inner self-reflection journey and growth journey. So it is something to be grateful for, and doing so consciously, interfacing with tarot and not as an escape, or, there's no judgment in this. It's just, you want to be conscious of everything you're doing and intentional with what you're doing, and really benefiting from it in some way that is facilitating growth and expansion. Okay, so let us jump into the tarot. That felt like the initial overall energy showing up to start. Okay, so angels, God, source of the highest white light, love, and truth. For pile number one, let's get messages for them. What does this person need to know right now for their own highest good? Five of Swords, yeah. So that's that like sense of conflict, defeat, failure, fear, being beaten down in some way by life circumstances, by external energies, by yourself even. I'm definitely picking up an energy of self-harm mentally, spiritually at some point in the past, and it's not your fault. This is always because of programming and conditioning that we've been trained to view ourselves a certain way because we incarnate into this life different than the rest of us, than those of us around us. And so when they try to impose their conditioning on us, even unconsciously do so, or we're sensitive and we pick up external cues that we just integrate and take on as ourselves, it ends up hurting us because it's not us actually shining outwardly who we really are. It's us feeling wrong for being who we really are, and needing to be something else, and that ending up causing a lot of like depression, anxiety, doubt, self-doubt, self-criticism, fear, cynicism, hopelessness, feelings that, like, negative relationships that perpetuate and reflect and mirror back to us our own self-belief and self-criticism, and this might not be conscious. Remember, we're diving into the deeper waters, so a lot of these things can be happening at deeper levels, that we might view as normalized in our life because it's just so natural that we're not aware that anything is sort of out of place or wrong, and we think it's just the way things are or how we are. It's so interesting, guys, that this reading is supposed to be who is meant for you, but it feels important for these energies to be highlighted because Spirit always wants the focus ultimately in my readings to be for the person watching, for their benefit and their healing. But we will certainly be tapping into this person who's meant for you. But let's just get more about your energy showing up, God, for this person watching who needs to hear this message right now. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're extremely sensitive, Pile One. You are a loving spirit who's intuitive and who, for some of you, you might feel like you're like a sponge and you just absorb other people's energies quite easily, and you're very caring. And so it feels like you've sacrificed yourself, or you've submitted to other people's ways of being for some of you, or you've just been, your sensitivity has negatively been impacted by either narcissists or just other people who are hurting and insecure in their own ways. And so you sort of learned that that was normal within relationships, to sort of live amidst insecurity or projection or lashing out in unproductive ways, and going around and round in negative circles and loops with relationships, with even, like, I'm seeing arguments with people, parents, family members, loved ones. And it's just because you've not felt honored or understood for your beautiful, loving nature, your essence. And so I'm so sorry that you've experienced this, Pawan, if that's resonating for you. Four of Cups. Yeah, this is like not feeling satisfied with your reality with the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is really not having had a very emotionally fulfilling experience up until this point, Pile One, and feeling like, is this all there is? I guess this is all there is. And I just have to settle, but I'm not happy. And like, maybe there's something else out there, but it's like you this is giving me the sense that you haven't really known where to refocus your energy onto something more positive, because it just hasn't felt available to some of you. And some of you have just felt like depression, sadness, regret is just sort of the everyday norm. And possibly for some of you, you just sort of have loops of past relationships, past failures, past heartbreak, past pain, past disappointment. That's just sort of been running as a program on loop in your head, and maybe you haven't even been aware of that, Pile One. And so this reading, but now so much clarity is being given to you guys, where you've been like able to see that this has been what's been happening for you, and that this is not what you want ultimately, but that it's been a very large part of your reality, and that you are wanting to sort of come out of this disillusioned state and feel again, like those deep waters. Your soul is wanting to feel again, and that is the first step of coming back online, guys. So let's get more for pile 1. Beautiful pile 1. King of Wands. So it feels like in this, I'm getting the sense that you have been drawn to strong masculine energies who've been charismatic and attractive in their essence and their nature. You're drawn to men who have a air of I don't know, charisma, and where they're physically attractive and where other people are drawn to them, where there's a sense of power coming from them. And I feel like in your essence, because you are this Queen of Cups, you're wanting this king energy. So maybe that's been sort of the archetype that you've been geared towards, but maybe it just hasn't been working out on other levels that run deeper, okay? And that's led to those disappointments here. But it feels like on some level, you've identified an aspect of the masculine or of a counterpart energy that you are desiring, which is a match to an aspect of you, which is very powerful as well. So it's kind of like you have those pieces put in place energetically within your concept of what you're bringing through in a lover, in a partner. But it's just there are other things that need to click into place, or that are in the process of clicking into place to bring it all home, okay? So I'm actually going to pause the video really quick. Okay, guys, I'm also picking up this message that a lot of you have had to feel like you've had to hold in your emotions or hold in your inner truth for other people's sake. Maybe to avoid hurting somebody, or to avoid rocking the boat, ruffling any feathers. You may have felt like you had to dishonor how you were truly feeling on a deeper level because it was keeping the status quo going and just keeping everything calm, but just leaving you dissatisfied on some level. So yeah. And then I'm also getting that this King of Wands is also an aspect of you guys, pile 1. So you have a creativity, a creative power, this desire to shine and to exude confidence and to express your fire. For some of you to even express anger and assertiveness, and like just there's this strong, powerful energy within you, pile 1, that has been maybe snuffed out or cast aside, that kind of thing. And that's why you're attracted to that in another person, because that part of you also exists, right? So it's just about learning how to honor these powerful, powerful aspects of yourself and not dimming yourself because of other people's negativity, or the ways you're taking on other people's negativity as your own and thinking that that's what you're worth. Okay, because clearly you have powerful energy within that is just waiting and ready to be expressed and seen and honored and acknowledged. So who is coming in for pile 1 romantically? Who is meant, let's put it that way, who is meant for pile 1 romantically, in the heart, in the soul, in a pure, stable, loving way? 3 of Cups. Okay, let's get more. Yeah, I'm getting that some of you have suffered with friends as well, in friendships, that you've sort of settled for unsatisfactory friend dynamics for some of you, but you are craving positive friendships. Okay, so another king energy is showing up. Okay, so I'm also getting that the person that is meant for you romantically, you're going to meet them somehow through engagement with other people in a social dynamic, or connected with people that you know, or going out and feeling a sense of joy and connection somehow. This could be with people you already know, an invite that you received to something. But this person is going to instantly interface with you on an emotional level, guys. And this is under the Queen of Cups, so this is a counterpart energy showing up instantly for you. This person sees you emotionally and sees and feels what you've gone through, and they instantly resonate with you and honor you within their heart, and they feel this like tingling in their heart space for you, and this like deep sense of compassion and like seeing themselves in you, and yeah, just a sense of immediate connection and love. But it may start out like friendly, socially, that kind of thing. Okay, who's meant for pile 1? Angels, who's meant for pile 1? 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is someone who's very consistent in their communication as well. They're not afraid to express how they're feeling, and they're not afraid, at least as the connection starts to develop more, they won't be afraid to express their feelings for you, and feelings of passion as well, because the 8 of Wands is all about feeling swept off your feet in passion, and that movement happening within the connection. So it feels like as you guys emotionally interface with this person, things are going to start moving quickly and passionately towards further connection. Let's get more for pile 1. Who's meant for them? Who's meant for pile 1, angels? Who's meant for pile 1? 2 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Okay, who's meant for pile 1? Queen of Wands, another counterpart energy to match with underneath each other. We have 2 counterparts. So this is interesting, guys. For some of you, you might, because we're getting this 2 of Pentacles and these 2 matches, some of you might actually be attracting 2 different people into your experience as you continue healing and emotionally honoring yourself and creatively honoring yourself. It feels like you may have 2 different people sort of present themselves in your reality that are going to be potentially offering you something slightly different. And it's like maybe both of them may start out as just like friendly connections, and it's like you will have the choice to sort of dive into what resonates with you the most, kind of thing, what you're looking for. But I want to get more. Who's coming in for pile 1? Angels, who's coming in? Hanged Man. This is about allowing your perspectives to shift and releasing control of how things are supposed to be and look. So this is, yeah, you surrendering to your feminine energy and allowing and receiving what is being offered to you by the universe here that might be different from what you're expecting coming through here, and just allowing things to move into your field so that you can have those different like flavors presented to you so that you can feel into what is best for you. For pile 1, angels, God, who's meant for pile 1? And through this process I'm getting, it's like you're coming into your sense of independence even more so, because I feel like these certain energies, masculine energies or counterpart potential love interest energies, will be coming into your field. It's gonna kind of allow you to feel okay just being good with yourself, because you're not lacking those opportunities, you're not lacking that connection. And so it's giving you this time and space to just be you and not worry too much. And feel at the same time connected to yourself and to the possibilities. Chariot, more movement coming through. It's like whatever the case may be with these people, you are moving forward, pile 1. You are moving forward in your life. Your energy is launching forward. Things are not going to continue staying stagnant and stuck and unsatisfactory. And again, the Chariot's all about masculine and feminine balance that drives energy forward, because the 2 need each other to generate energy and move, forward in unison and harmony. So it makes sense that we're getting these very masculine, feminine pairings here showing up together. Because those aspects are also coming into union within yourself through this process of like expressing emotionally. The sun, wow. This is giving me more of that like beach energy, and sunshine and interfacing with like nature here. But doing it for yourself, really soaking in positivity and light and nourishing yourself with the beauty that is this planet and that we have access to. Really allowing yourself access to some beauty in your life and that joy. Some of you might meet this person traveling, or meet a person traveling. Again, it feels like you have some options. But what is really who's really going to like fit the bill for pile 1? Either way, even if multiple people are coming into your energy, the person that you're gonna choose and settle with is going to embody all aspects. They're going to embody the emotional resonance and support and the attractive, passionate, creative energy, like creating a life that you both want to lead that is great, that reflects both of your greatness. It's like not playing small. 8 of Pentacles. So this is about consistent work on yourself, in your process, in a relationship, committing to a relationship, working on a relationship, more movement in a better direction, more travel. This is more water energy, ocean energy showing up as well. But just knowing, it's like, I think that the energies are sort of general right now to just keep you focused on yourself, keep you focused on positive movement forward that you are engaged with currently, that's active in your energy. Continue working on this process and moving in the right direction. Because you are moving in a really positive direction and starting to feel connected with life again. Like I've been saying, this feels like this spark of inspiration that makes you feel alive and starts to it's sparking the engine back up, right? Where you're feeling good and positive. Hierophant, interesting. What's this about, angels? What's this Hierophant and Devil? What is this? This is kind of confusing. Some of you may have had negative experiences with like religion or some sort of institution that made you feel trapped in some way. Institutional beliefs that really perhaps like demonized who you were on some level. Perhaps they demonized your own sense of spirituality. Perhaps some of you were reliant on a system or institution that was sucking your energy and felt like it was sucking your soul. Or some of you were in a marriage that was sucking your soul, or maybe still are in a marriage that feels like it's sucking your soul. Take it as it applies. And this involves like setting boundaries and saying no more, I can't do this anymore, and being very honest with yourself and others about what needs to happen for you in order to free yourself and cut yourself free from any perceived chains so that you can heal and take a rest and recover from a tough season in your life, right? This is all about that healing phase and resting and reflecting. So maybe for this pile, it's more focused on like freeing yourself up from the past as opposed to focusing too heavily on this person for you right now. And I know, we come to a who's meant for you reading to find out the juicy details about this person. But again, spirit operates in mysterious ways, and sometimes they're sneaky and want to give you the medicine that you need through the, guise sort of this love reading. But there is clearly divine counterpart energy showing up within you that's being activated within you, but it's just as you're focusing on this, on your healing, recovery, moving in a more relieving direction, spiritually, energetically, emotionally. And again, with the 6 of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck, I just do feel like positive soul connections are coming back into your life. You're going to feel connected emotionally with people, with not just romantic opportunities, but with like friends as well, because some of you have struggled in that department. It feels like this healing that you're going through is shifting that dynamic in your life as well. So let me see. Do I want to get any last minute messages? Maybe I'll pull from this deck and just get a few closing messages for you, Pawan. I know if some of you are disappointed that this hasn't been more focused on the person, I totally understand. But let me see what else. For Pawan, who's Pawan meant for? This goes back to that message of you are meant for yourself kind of thing. And then the rest comes in. Yeah, this is really just saying, just keep doing what you're doing. You're tired. You've been through it. Keep going. It's not forever. That's the strong message of the Nine of Wands, is this process is not forever. Even if it seemed long and arduous, you're moving forward. You're coming out of the woods. Page of Pentacles. And it's about each little step at a time moving forward, but you are moving forward in a better direction. Towards these new connections. And I'm strongly picking up like marriage for some of you. So that could be that you were in a marriage and that maybe some of you are not wanting that anymore, or some of you are really wanting a marriage that's successful and balanced. Some of you could also be wanting to interface with like a spiritual community or institution in a positive way, like a church or something, if that resonates with you and that feels supportive and healing. But just take it as it applies to you. Everybody's experience is different. For pile one, who's coming towards? Yeah, I really just feel like there's things shifting in your reality as you're processing some lack mentality, the ways in which your needs haven't been met in this life, and have felt cast out in the cold by people that maybe you were hoping would connect. And this is just like, this is saying that right now you're kind of juggling two realities. You're juggling the old reality that you've been in and are, in the process of moving out of, and you're also incorporating in this new hopeful reality that is bringing in possibilities of positive change and like wish fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups. So again, this is really telling me that this is just the focus for you right now, pile one, and that's okay. And I think that many of you know that that's okay and are very honest with yourself about where you are in this process, which is amazing. But this is just encouragement that you're doing the right thing and keep going. And it's also acknowledging that it's not easy and that there's been a struggle, but it's okay to struggle, and that you are meant for divine partnership at the right time. But in this specific reading and with what you're needing at a soul level, on the realest, deepest level, it's not about focusing on the details about this person. It's focusing on you and where you're at, and just knowing that the right things are coming in a process as you're working on yourself, and that's beautiful. So hopefully this message resonated and helps you on some level, validates, confirms, and makes you feel like someone is sensing you, seeing you, feeling you, that kind of thing. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hi, pile two. Ooh, what the heck was that? We are lighting up a tiny little sage leaf and cleansing and clearing the space, clearing the psychic channels, the quantum realm for you specifically watching, to get as much clear information as possible about who you are meant for in this life, guys, romantically. And of course, you are meant for yourself. That is who is meant for you. But when you are in union with self, that reflection, that mirror reflection, meets us there. So that's beautiful. And yeah. So we're going to just tap in. You guys chose the 10 of Cups card here. Beautiful, colorful, loving energies with this fluorite. This feels very calming. So let's just kind of tap in to your guides and angels. I don't know why I'm seeing Pokemon. This is not going to resonate for everybody, but I'm seeing Pokemon as specifically, maybe, I don't know, I'm seeing the color purple, like those ghost Pokemon, the like Gengar. This is so specific for somebody, but somebody may resonate with this Pokemon energy showing up. That might be something that you really like, or liked as a child or something like that, or know somebody who likes Pokemon, but I'm seeing like the purple Pokemon. What else? I'm hearing band music or like orchestra, like someone who is in band or orchestra in school. So some of these images might just be coming through to validate that you're in the right place, but if it's not specific to you, then just keep watching, stay tuned. Of course, if messages don't resonate in this pile, then you can click off. But okay, pile 2. Red, I'm hearing like Red Robin, Red Baron, Red something, Red Rover, something like that. Interesting. Tea leaves, teacup. It's interesting how in the last pile I was getting these like deeper emotional energies showing up, but I'm getting these like specific images in this pile for whatever reason. Fortunate. I'm hearing the word fortunate. Grease, like the movie Grease. Attainable. The word attainable is coming up. Formula One is coming up. I think that's like race cars or something. Devonshire. That's so random. What a random word. Devonshire. Is that in England? I'm not sure. Devonshire. Valentine's. Skeptical. The fourth kind. Sherry. Weird, random images, messages. Okay, well, let's see if I can tune into the emotional energies of this pile, because that's where I like to focus. I don't know. I just keep getting the sense of like the external reality coming through. So maybe this is reflecting this person that is coming through. They may be very externally 3D oriented. Perhaps you are becoming more grounded in the 3D physical world, or you have been very ingrained in the 3D physical world, and so that's where more of the focus is for some of you. Practical, yeah, I'm hearing the word practical. So this person that you're meant for and who's meant for you is practical in nature. And I'm hearing the word guidance as well. So I'm getting a sense that this person is like very good at practically guiding others and even their loved ones, practically guiding. So maybe that's something that you are looking for, that your soul needs from a partner, is someone who can practically guide you. They may also be receiving practical guidance from those who are savvy in that way, but it feels like they have something to offer as far as practical guidance or support somehow. Now, this can look like they could have something to do with guidance regarding the body, fitness, health, science, finances, psychology, the mental field, but just it's something that's still focusing on like external things somehow, but also wellness in some way for somebody out there. This is going to resonate for who's meant for you. Okay, I don't know why the word shenanigans popped up, so weird. hopefully these, you got to comment down below if any of these images or words like connect with you or your situation or a love interest or something like that. I'd be very curious to know. So for pile number 2, angels, God, source. Yeah, I'm hearing like race cars or like a car. I feel like I'm in a car. Some of these, this person for some of you may really be into cars. Wheel of Fortune. It's about movement, positive movement. This person is like on a positive trajectory in their life, and you will be meeting them as you're on a positive trajectory in your life. Yeah, this person does, there is something about finances coming through. Like this person brings in abundance and finances, like whatever they need, they bring it in. So there's no lacking in that regard for them. They want to be with you. I'm hearing very strongly and feeling in my body. This person wants to be with you. They want you. They want you in their life. They want to support you. They want to create safety for you. They want to guide you. They want to be guided by you in the ways that you can offer them that guidance and upliftment and support. They want to feel your nurturing is being channeled through. They want to feel your sunshine and your light and your intuitive wisdom. They want to feel your caress and embrace. They want to feel lit up by you. They feel lit up by you in your presence. You just embody everything joyful and positive and bright and light to this person and them to you. But it just feels like they really see the light in you guys, pile 2, and they are, oh my God, it's just elation and it feels right to them. You feel right to them. King of Wands. Yeah, this person has a confidence about them. They take charge. They have a masculinity to them that is able to, again, bring in what they need. They create what they need with minimal effort and just this ease about them because that's the nature of their power. This person is in their power, in their sense of personal empowerment, and they know that they know the energetic impact that they have on people around them, and that's how, and they trust in that, and they believe in that, and they flow with that, and they know that they're attracting somebody who is going to be their match, who can, this person's so confident that there's someone out there for them, if you haven't met this person yet, that there's someone out there for them who can meet their every desire on every level, because again, they know that they can get what they need in life on some level. Even if this person has struggled in the past in some way, it's like they know that they can have their needs met if they just keep moving forward and creating what they are creating in their life. This person has a very balanced energy with the Temperance card showing up here. This person has gone through stages of their own healing that has brought them into a balanced state within themselves. And you've been going through a healing. You've been going through positive shifts within yourself that has brought you back into balance, pile 2. And that's what's bringing you both into alignment, or has brought you into alignment if you're already connected with this person. I'm seeing fish now. So that's more emotional flow, flowing with your emotions, pile 2. Rest, reflection, ease, calm, peace. This is being highlighted in your energy right now as perhaps a need or something that you've been leaning into, but this is also an aspect of being able to rest easy with this person that you're meant for and who's meant for you. You're going to be able to just be with them because they don't need anything from you. They're not going to be placing all these insane expectations on you because they know that, again, they're attracting what is good for them and right for them. And so when you two are connected, they don't need anything from you other than you being you. So you can just let it all go. You can let your guard down. You can stop trying so hard, and you can just settle in to this person's energy, and this person's going to feel settled into your energy as well. Like, oh my God, what a relief that we have our person now and we can just be. That's overriding energy showing up. I found my person. I can just be. That's them feeling this way, and that's you feeling this way. And surprise, surprise, we have the Queen of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck. That fish, you flowing with your energy, your intuition, following your heart, letting your emotions and intuition be the thing that guides you towards this person. That's your sort of prerogative right now. I saw 1111 on the timer. This is your prerogative right now, pile 2, is to keep flowing with your emotions, be receptive to receiving this positive masculine energy, and just continue to honor yourself as these positive shifts are happening. It's like the winds of change are moving into your experience, pile 2, and it's just for you to receive. Receptive mode, allowing this in, resting easy, knowing that this person's already active in your energy. If you aren't connected to them already, knowing that you're already connected energetically in a very strong, powerful way, because both of you are pretty clear energetically on what you're connecting with on a deeper, significant level. Very powerful, guys. We have the Knight of Swords. So this is telling me, guys, that this connection is actually coming in sooner than you may think, or sooner than may seem even like realistic or something, or just a sense that you already know that this person is coming in soon, and just letting them rush in on this wave of new energy moving into your life, guys. Okay. So let's get more for pile 2. Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person's going to take the action. This person's going to move into your field without you needing to do much, okay, pile 2? This person's going to be very interested in you, and you're going to sense that emotionally, because at the bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups, there's going to be an instant recognition from past lives. You're going to feel like you've known this person forever, and so it's not going to feel like a huge risk to connect emotionally, but there may be some initial, like, overwhelmingness from the clarity of which this connection brings instantly. It's like an overwhelming instant sense of clarity that is kind of like a lightning bolt of energy and information, but instantly that's going to make this person feel like they can start to emotionally open up and like give themselves emotionally to you, and you're just going to feel again elated and warm and fuzzy in the heart space and ready. You're feeling ready to connect in a very pure, loving way with this person. Okay, pile 2, angels. Pile 2, 5 of Swords. Interesting. So maybe there has been some past defeat and failure, feelings of failure when it comes to like emotional connection and love for maybe both of you, actually. But it feels like this pain, darkness, difficulty, challenge has been where the new seeds, that soil, the depths of that darkness in that soil and that past experience is where the seeds for new relationship can actually grow out of. And so both of you have had experiences that were not reflective of what you're wanting, and that's allowed this person to really know what they need and want, and allowed you to know what you need and want. And again, there's a lot of healing that's showing up in this dynamic. So a lot of you have been healing. There may still be some defenses up energetically within both of you that have caused some just trepidation with certain connections or with relating with certain people. You're just careful, maybe both of you, but that's why it's so clear when the two of you meet that, okay, wow, this is really standing out. This feels different. That's another thing with this Knight of Swords, pile 2, is that your energy stands out and as unique to this person, and this person's energy stands out in a huge way to you, where like, and perhaps to other people too, this person's energy may stand out in a very big, powerful way, where you're just like, you can't not notice them and they can't not notice you. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing like rainbows. So that's just reflective of like you reaching the end of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow kind of thing with this person, and really noticing that and building something together. Also, this is coming through as like shared community. So you might be meeting this person or have met this person through shared community, or like something where there's other people who are like-minded or like kind of investing in similar things as you potentially coming through. But also I'm getting a sense that this person, they may not be spiritual. They are very practical speaking, but it does feel like they have a sense of spirituality about them, or their version of spirituality, like they have their own version of spirituality, which might come through in like body work, holistic work, psychotherapy, like that kind of thing, or like those types of communities, yoga, body movement. This person might be very in the body. And so you might meet this person where other people are like taking care of their bodies or moving their bodies or something. That's a potential. Look, we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. So this is kind of reflecting that aspect of you as well, being embodied and taking care of your body and moving your body in healthy ways, and just being very present in the moment and feeling like that abundance mindset, regardless of money or anything like that, just feeling a sense of abundance within self and within your reality, showing itself and being expressed through you. Let's get more. Who's meant for pile 2? Angels, guides. 6 of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that both of you have felt, star, beautiful. Both of you have felt limited and bogged down in previous connections, with any kind of connections, to be honest. And so you've been careful with like who you're relating with. Maybe lately you've been a little bit choosy with who you're connecting with, but it just feels like this connection is representing the healing and movement forward for the both of you, moving away from the past, with past defeats, past your entire concept of relationship. It's like you're both moving away from that and into this new like destination. The word destinations is being highlighted. So some of you may also be traveling together, or some of you might be meeting this person while traveling. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's definitely, again, there's so much peace showing up with the 4 and 6 of Swords. So it's like you're meeting this person as you're moving into a place of peace and calm within yourself, within your life, however that looks. Whoa, these 2 cards fell out. 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Yeah, it's putting an end to the ways in which, I don't know, the ego has blocked love from coming in, or the ways in which our mind has been entrained to think that love is, which is telling me that this connection, and as you guys meet, it's really gonna like be different than what you've been used to in a certain way, and it might even feel too good to be true, or just like holy moly, because like of everything that you've been used to and the ways in which you felt like you didn't have access to that, and how much you've had to let go of and end in your life, within yourself, within outside of you as well. There you are in your Empress energy, pile 2, just receiving in your divine feminine, allowing this person to just be delivered to you by God. Beautiful. Okay, so that's really amazing. This person has a really cool, powerful energy that you're really gonna just soak up and love to be around as often as possible. Let's get some more about who's coming in, who's meant for pile 2, God. Why is that 8 of Swords is being emphasized? So maybe this is saying that the ways in which your mind conceptualizes this person, even if you're sensing them energetically, it's like your mind doesn't see how great it's really going to be. Your mind doesn't see how it's specifically going to show up externally for you, just maybe because the mind has a limited framework for what's possible. And so it's Spirit kind of saying you're not seeing how amazing this is actually going to be, and how healing this is actually going to be, and what's the potential of this. Three of Swords, yeah, because of past heartache. So some of you may still be in that healing process. So much healing around the heart space, heart chakra healing. Coming up, both of you have been dealt some tough cards in love, it feels like, in the past. Queen of Wands to match up with this King of Wands. So we're getting confirmation of this divine counterpart energy. You're truly a match for one another in your power that both of you embody, your creative energy, the ways in which you attract attention, attract abundance, attract great things. You both have that within you that's mirroring. So it's like coming out of this heartbroken energy where others have not been able to meet you at this level, or you have not felt comfortable embodying this aspect of yourself because you felt like other people weren't there with you in some way. The Sun showing up, such positive energy with this relationship, so much light and love and liberation and feeling free, and like you can just be playful with one another. You can express your inner childs with one another. It's like, for as powerful and great as you are and attractive as you are, you can also be kids around each other and just enjoy that and savor that, relish in that. Again, soak it up. Four of Wands, yeah, divine counterpart. This is like a harmonious, balanced union. This is also like living with one another. This is someone that you're going to live with, perhaps sooner than you might even expect, because we do have fast movement. Showing up in this energy, the Star. I mean, this is like a long-term relationship coming through, guys, that's like really setting you on your soul's mission in a big way. And this is about you, but this is also about you working with this person on some bigger mission that's bigger than just the two of you. Again, you guys have very powerful energy, and so when those two energies come together, it just magnifies and amplifies that times a bazillion. And is really actually helping other divine counterparts come into union. It's like, as your connection is made, that sends out an energetic ripple that activates other divine partnerships. So it's pretty incredible, guys. This is a very spiritual union. More healing energy, just so much healing and releasing with this person, and just, again, being emphasized that you can just take it easy and rest easy with this person. Be still, and like you guys can be quiet together and just enjoy each other's company, and silence is what's coming through as well. You guys may meditate together. You guys may participate, practice, have spiritual practices together. Again, yoga, body movement is coming through. Wow, Queen of Cups. You guys are really moving into your queen energy because of all this healing that you're doing, and like, you know, releasing of past hurts. Putting an end to any old paradigms, and just investing in this new beautiful path together. You guys both actually may be joining together as far as like business or some venture, some practical financial venture. And again, there's something about finances being really good within this connection, being shared in a very healthy way. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're just putting an end to the defensive structures that we have within, and at the same time, the Seven of Wands represents this fact that you're raising your vibration, you're moving to a higher level, and so it's going to be important to not entertain and to kind of have boundaries with any energies that are from the past that are lower than where you're going. So this is like not entertaining the past any longer. Any people that may be still lingering in your energy, it's like, no, that's done. We're cutting that out. Cord cutting, all that good stuff. Six of Wands. You guys, powerful energy showing up with you, pile 2. And in this person, once again, you guys are just both seen and appreciated for who you are, and like meant to be seen by a lot of people for some of you guys. Like when you are in a room, when this person is in a room, whatever space you enter, even if it's online, it's like people notice you and give their attention to you. And this partnership is going to bring in a lot of positive attention as well. Three of Wands. Just know that this person's coming, pile 2. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry, because some of you are overthinking it or concerned or anxious about where this person is or about things in your life in general. And it's saying you don't have to worry. You can end this cycle of over and analyzing, being stuck in the mind. There's a lot of overthinking in this pile, and that's just saying it's not necessary. You can put down the thoughts, the overactive thoughts. You can settle those and not put pressure on yourself for any reason. This is saying in this partnership you won't have to put pressure on yourself, so why put pressure on yourself now, you know, for anything to happen at a certain time. It's like this Three of Wands really says it's coming in when it's coming in, and you're not doing anything wrong if it's not here yet. You can just rest easy and flow and continue doing what you're doing. It's okay. More of the masks coming off. Some of you have really dealt with people who just aren't authentic. You haven't felt like you could be authentic with certain people. But this is changing now, guys, because you're having boundaries, and in a healthy way, right? With the lower density energies from your past. But you're also going to be learning how to soften with this person. And the Queen of Swords is not like the Nine of Swords. The Queen of Swords is clear and focused, not with all the noise spinning. So this is saying it's okay to meditate and clear the mind and silence the overactive mind, because it's not necessary, because so much good is coming into your life and into this partnership that's for you. And you know, whatever you can do to silence the mind, because that's not reflective of like the truth here, is really what's coming through. Yeah, and we're just, I mean, I feel like Spirit's like, okay, we've said what we need to say. This person is amazing. They're attractive. You're going to find them physically attractive. Like, this connection is going to be everything that you're wanting. Some of you might be concerned that, like, well, what if this person isn't what I'm expecting in a bad way? And it's like, no, you're going to be so attracted to them. I mean, gosh, they're just repeating themselves now with that Six of Swords energy. Healing, you're moving in a better, calmer direction away from the overactive mind, the spinning thoughts, the negative experiences, because your life moving forward is not going to look the same as it did before. Your life is transformed, pile 2, and it's still in the process of completely shifting. Your complete paradigm of your experience of your reality is completely shifting, flipping on its head into something quite positive. But this does involve letting go and surrendering to positivity and for things actually working out and not repeating past cycles, because that's not what's going to happen. Spirit saying the past repeating itself is all an illusion. It's not actually what's going to happen, so you don't have to make it worse on yourself by thinking that. And just knowing that this is a process, that you've planted the seeds already and that they're coming, and that you don't have to keep digging up the soil to see if you're doing it right or if you're screwing up or if you're you know, on the right path, because you are. It's already done. It's already in motion. Those roots are already in the ground, solid, right? Once those seeds are planted, they're locked in, and it's just about the timing. So all you have to do is let God, you know, take care of the timing aspect, because again, there's movement forward happening here. So one more message and then we'll close this out. Yeah, things are being made right in your life for everything you've experienced. It's been difficult, challenging. You're going to be experiencing the opposite of that in equal measure. Light, joy, connection, love, abundance, prosperity, marriage, even for many of you. This is a card of marriage and that happy home life, that happy domestic situation, guys. It's amazing. You guys are moving into a really, really prosperous time, and it's just about phasing out any of the residual noise that is distracting us from that truth, right? It's stuff that we project out, coming from it's coming from a pure and innocent place of not knowing what's next, and being offered this opportunity to learn and to receive that knowledge about the incoming reality with a beginner's mind, being refreshed and renewed, and not being jaded by what happened and expecting that to repeat itself, but by being like a kid again and expecting to be surprised by a brand new experience in reality. And look at the bottom, 10 of Cups. confirming that beautiful new reality coming in for you guys, pile 2. It's so freaking amazing and cool. And it's so cool that Spirit's saying, you can take it easy. You can take it easy. So that is the message I have for you, pile 2. Hopefully something in this resonated and felt confirmational and validating in a positive way. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye. Pile number 3. How the heck are you? Thank you guys so much for being here. Hang on. I'm looking for a little sage thingy for me to clear. I don't know why in this reading I'm clearing and saging live, but I just feel like sometimes it's calming to feel that energetic effect through the quantum channel that we're sharing at this time. So, as you know, we're looking at who is meant for you romantically, as a partner, stable, loving relationship. So, of course, ultimately, you are your own partner, and once you can come into union with yourself, then that reflection, external reflection, meets you where you are in the form of a partner. But let's have fun and look at some of the details that want to show up for you guys. Pile 3. I'm already getting like dog energy. I'm seeing a dog barking or something. So some of you might have a dog or align with dog energy. This person might have a dog. Okay, pile 3. Who's meant for pile 3? I'm seeing the color yellow heavily, so that's your solar plexus. That's your own sense of confidence, your empowerment, self-empowerment. The solar plexus is also relationships, so how you're relating with other people, with the world around you, with yourself. So that is being highlighted as something for you to just, that you may be focusing on right now, or guidance to focus on. Sporty. I'm hearing sporty for some of you. You might be sporty. This person that you're meant for, that's meant for you, might be sporty. Okay. What else wants to be channeled through? I know that was barely anything. It's so weird. I'm seeing like a weird image of like a vampire with a big cape, like spreading. You know what a vampire is like, holding on to the ends of their cape, and they like lift it to like make that dramatic silhouette. I'm seeing that for some reason. It's very random. I'm hearing the name Bethany. That's very random, but that might be your name or someone's name. All right. So yeah, you chose the angel light too. Forgot to mention that. I'm going to put this back into the deck, and we'll just dive right into the cards so that Spirit can show us. Pile 3. Who are you? Who's meant for you? Who is meant for pile 3? Angels, God, Source. I'm hearing the name Buster for some reason. Okay. Who's meant for pile 3, angels? Interesting. Okay. Who's meant for pile 3? Oops. Who's meant for pile 3? Some of you guys have had a friend situation like fall apart or something, or past disappointment when it comes to friendships, friendly relationships. It feels like there's been some issues there, something falling apart, some friendship, or let's see here. Yeah, some of you guys, oh goodness. Some of your guys' concept of relationships has had to crumble in order to rebuild a new, healthier foundation and plant new seeds for what relationship looks like to you, because what was in the past was maybe very not satisfactory and hurtful, maybe even at some points. But I'm really getting this energy here. I don't know, some of you might not even be really looking ahead to partnerships. This Two of Swords can talk about a pathway that's blocked from view, timelines that are being blocked from us so we can't see ahead. So some of you might feel like you're in that position now. Maybe because you're still sort of reeling from things that have happened in the past, things that have fallen apart with relationships. So maybe some of you have experienced third-party relationships with the Three of Cups showing up that have caused a lot of pain and disillusionment and like crumbling of an old situation, something blowing up for some of you. But we're also getting the energy here of two powerful people who are a match energetically speaking on both sides here. So this is a good thing, right? To have an energetic match with the King and Queen of Wands here. But I'm also noticing that these two figures are facing different directions. So some of you have had power struggles in the past with someone where you were both powerful and passionate, but looking in different directions and just facing in different ways in some aspect, and that might have caused a blow up or something to fall apart here. But it's like it's clear that in the energy you want somebody who's powerful and attractive, but you just want to be facing the same direction. You want to be facing each other, right? You want to be looking at each other and loving each other and seeing each other. So this feels like an aspect where two people were fired up for their own reasons, but not really seeing one another. So for pile number 3, angels, for pile number 3, we're getting on this side the masculine energy showing up strongly here. Okay, who's meant for pile 3? So you are meant for someone who is like in their power and solid and stable in their energy, but now we have this person starting to face the feminine aspect. So naturally this just involves releasing this energy of someone who isn't facing the same way as you any longer, or won't be facing the same direction, or something like that. And like in your surrender and release, that is when someone solid and stable in their energy who wants you and who's looking at you in their masculine power can make that decision for themselves. Or if you're in the masculine, you can flip the roles here. But it's like this is really telling me, as you surrender in your own life, a solid masculine energy is going to choose you. But you have to let go of what has been, what's fell apart, and what left your life, and recognize where you're creating a new foundation, planting new seeds for something new to enter your life. And some of you may be very creative as well. Some of you might be on a creative path, and maybe you thought that this other person could meet you there, or was because of who they were and how they were expressing, but then you realized that maybe there wasn't that shared vision or compatibility. Yeah, and letting go of this painful ending that you've gone through is necessary in order for this new healthy masculine energy to enter your field, guys. So this is kind of telling me that some of you may still be lingering on something old that left your life, or is leaving your life, or needs to leave your life. Four of Wands. Yeah, and that's where this happy, harmonious, balanced partnership and union comes back around, when you're letting go and ending leaving the past behind you and not repeating that or holding on, but really putting an unequivocal end to something in your life. That's when this new energy is going to come in. Okay, so God, angels, tell us more about this energy moving towards pile 3. Yeah, they honor you for your femininity. They honor you for your receptivity and intuition. They honor your emotions and how you're actually feeling about something. So maybe something in the past was not honoring of how you were feeling about something. So whoever's coming in now, moving forward, is really seeing you as you're focusing. See how you're focused on your own cup, and then this person is noticing you as you're focused on your own emotional health and well-being. Isn't that interesting? And you're surrendering and releasing the past. Page of Wands, and you're embracing your creative path. Whatever that looks like to you, it's going to look different. And sometimes the creative path sounds so abstract and we don't know how to implement that. But this is all about really your connection with life. So whatever makes you feel alive and connected and excited about life, that can be anything. That can be working with animals. That can be film, you know, being involved in film or creativity, storytelling. That can be starting a business that you're really excited about the idea of, or moving in a direction that feels more positive and inspiring, like it can allow you this opportunity to just be yourself and feel into your emotions and express yourself as you are. New opportunities showing up here for finances, for however you're sharing your gifts in the world, being able to monetize that in some ways, coming through, monetizing your natural gifts and abilities, what you're passionate about. That's how this person is going to see you in this energy, and opportunities for love are going to show up in new ways as sort of new opportunities for your gifts to be shared show up, and as you're sort of bringing in some sort of money or something like that. But many of you watching are overthinking this, or worried, concerned about this process that you're in. Like, how are things going to happen? How am I going to cope? How am I going to fully let go? This is all about being in your independence once again. And like, this is about you. It's not about this other person that you're leaving behind or this past situation that caused pain. This is about you, again, feeling connected with your own life, with yourself again. That's the key here to this healthy masculine moving into your fields, guys. Yeah, and they're going to move in quicker than you think if you can just, you know, instead of worrying and being concerned and anxious about are you doing the right things? What is the right thing? This is asking you to be embodied, be in the body, go out into nature, let nature hold you. When you are amongst nature, you are amongst the frequency and vibrations of infinite abundance, beauty, joy, femininity, fertility, that's the word. And you share that space with nature, which emits those frequencies. And so you begin to take on those frequencies, if that makes sense. So that's why that's important, to help ground any like unnecessary noise in the mental space in the higher chakras, right? And this could come from a feeling, a sense for you that things need to happen quicker than they're happening, or that you need to rush, or that you're in a hurry, or, you know, there's time is running out or something like that, for some of you. But that's just not the case. And this is really saying that as you're embodying your unique signature, soul signature, your home frequency, and standing out in your own way, that's when energies move towards you quite quickly, and the new inspiration reveals itself. You're more in touch and in flow with your own emotional expression, which might not look how you expect it to look, pile 3. It might look like shaking the body and screaming. It might look like tapping into your own sense of sensuality and embodiment of your sensuality and how your connection with God and nature is sensual in and of itself. With life, your connection with life can be sensual, a sensual dance. And that's when your frequency raises and emits its own authentic frequency. This is about authenticity, and that attracts this strong presence, love presence towards you, because they're attracted to you in your authenticity, in your independence, not in your codependency on like coulda, shoulda, woulda, and things that have failed in the past and things that have hurt you in the past. When you're still associating with those vibrations, it just causes decay in your energy. And what's coming through strongly is these thoughts, this static in the mental space, the fear, the heaviness, the doubt. It's all connected to your emotions, which is why the key to removing this noise is to really anchor and settle into your feminine, sensitive, emotional flow, your sensuality. This sensuality, people don't give sensuality enough credit for actually being healing and unlocking deeper pathways to deeper emotions and that expression of authenticity. So getting in touch with what your sensuality looks like within self and with the universe, that's going to help you unlock some things that want to be ventilated, that want to be expressed in a healthy way. And even if they're ugly, or pain, embodiment of pain, like shrieking. Sometimes, in the shamanic healing journey, when you're really diving down and surrendering and submitting to the body and what the body is trying to express and communicate, how that's naturally trying to come back into equilibrium in a healed, balanced space. It does that on its own, guys. It's just when we prevent that from happening that it causes issues. But when you allow it to happen, sometimes the things that want to come out of us come out in very unexpected ways, in ways that might feel crazy to us. Like, again, shrieking, moaning, grunting, panting, very primal, guys, very primal, instinctual vocalizations that can come out, shaking, letting energy shake its way down from the crown, down your body. The pelvis area holds a lot, the hips hold a lot of density, even from past lives, but from this life, a lot of emotion. And when you can shake those out and be very present with them and move them down, down, down your body into the center of the earth to be dissolved, then that opens up even more space for like positive emotions to begin to show up. And this happens in layers. This process happens in layers. We remove a layer of density by shaking and expressing just we might feel mad in some ways, but then that makes the next layer easier to access. So it gets easier and easier as you tap in to this embodiment of emotion and frequency and energy that's been held within the body and the spirit. And this is what will help remove the static and noise from your headspace. So look into body-friendly practices that honor you to just liberate yourself, okay? Qigong, yoga, Tai Chi, just going crazy and shaking and looking like a fool in the privacy of your own space, like that can really be helpful. We have the Fool card showing up, which again is telling me that your concept of this person coming into your life is going to be you stepping into a new phase of your life, a new adventure, feeling refreshed. And that new adventure doesn't have to be one specific job or one specific thing externally, but it's an energy of you moving away from the past and being really embracing of the new and receptive to new, and being willing to take that step out into a new experience, into a new energy that might feel different. And to feel vulnerable. That's what this card is talking about as well. Feeling vulnerable, but ready for the new. So angels, oh, actually, I'm now going to pull from another deck to get more information about who this masculine is who might be coming in, or who this person coming in for you is, guys, who's meant to be in your life in a stable, solid, significant way. So not a fling or anything like that. Justice showing up. Did Justice come up before? I forget. Or was that another pile? Well, in any case, this is about things being made right in your energy. You are coming back into authenticity, balance, and truth, inner truth. And then therefore things being made right externally. It's like as soon as you can become right-minded, your reality becomes right for you, you know what I mean? And you don't have to put all that unnecessary pressure on yourself to force this process, but it is about taking that step into a new way of interacting with your healing process, perhaps. So maybe if everything I was just talking about with the shaking and the movement, the body stuff, if that feels new to you, then that might be something to actually look into. And because you're working on yourself, you're working on your body, on your system, on your soul, really, truly, pile 3. Okay, so who's coming in? Who's meant for pile 3? Who's meant for pile 3? Yeah, this person moving towards you is going to come out of the frickin' blue is what's coming through. Like, you're not going to see it coming. Again, remember how this masculine is looking at the feminine when she's looking at her emotions and focusing on her own cup, and then it kind of like blindsides her a little bit. So again, it's not about gender, but this is just about like being willing to be blindsided by life, but in a positive way, but just to have your expectations blown out of the water is kind of what's coming through. Because the mind and the expectations that are swirling around the mental space, the psychic space right now for you, doesn't seem like it's actually helping anything. So I think that's why the universe wants to kind of come out of left field and surprise you, to not validate or confirm the illusionary thoughts that are spinning, but rather to allow you to settle and anchor into what's true and real in your body and in your person, and in your person meaning you, and then like the manifestations that result from that kind of being like, whoa, this is new. You know, we have a lot of healing showing up in your energy, a lot of settling of intense, painful, agitated vibrations in your aura that are just, it's like settle, 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 rest, rest, heal, balance, you know, take the pressure off. This is about patience with self, right? Patience with self during this process, because this is not an easy process. It can take years for some people to process through, but because you're on my channel resonating with me in this message, you are moving through this process more swiftly than maybe some other people. And it's not about comparison, but it is just saying that this is not meant to be this like huge slog, because it feels like you've already been through a lot of long-winded, not great experiences. Yeah, this is about overcoming obstacles and seeing the success, the successful results of the work that you're putting into self. This is not meant to like be a drag, guys. That's really coming through. And the experience of inviting in this person that's gonna like appear out of nowhere, that's not meant to be a drag either. That, I don't know why that message is being so emphasized, but things are being made right for you guys as you're doing this work. Things are not going to be a drag, and it's just about seeing, okay, there's too much activity going on up in the brain, or the higher chakras, and that's not helping me right now. So grounding, anchoring, releasing, surrendering, feeling, moving, and intimately connecting with the universe, your sensuality, like that really feels like the key, guys. So that's your focus, and that'll help settle any unnecessary activity. Yeah, and this is all about that inner spiritual guidance, not external guidance that distracts us and that lies to us. This is about that truth coming from within, that light that shines from within, where we are guiding ourselves through any perceived darkness or difficulty, and you are the one saving yourself. And I know that some people are like, ugh, I want the person to come save me. But no, this is you saving yourself, coming out of difficulty and tapping into emotional truth and resonance. And this person will just come in. But who is this person? Any information about this person? Any information about this person? Yeah, they're really saying that this person coming in for you is going to be different from the past, different and better, because this is moving in a better direction that's transformed because you're transforming. So sort of any illusions around relationship are being broken down so that you can create something that is for you. You know what I mean? The Magician is all about manifesting, creating something that's for you, based on who you already are, what you're already working with, what you have worked with, and using that as the launching platform for something better. Yeah, there's just this energy for you guys, Pile 3, of not seeing what is coming in for you as far as like romantic partnership, because what your concept of relationship has been based on the past, which is just like not you. It's not you is really what's showing up here. And, you know, this involves you seeing into your subconscious very clearly and not shying away from some of the pain and some of the deeper truths that might feel harsh or abrasive or uncomfortable or shocking even, or shake up a lot of anger within some of you. You might feel anger and like the need to like cut people out of your life completely, or really give it to somebody, tell someone how you're feeling in a very blunt, sharp way. Sometimes that can be cathartic. Obviously, we don't want to cause harm to people in our lives, but sometimes you have to come from an authentic place of truth, and that doesn't always make other people comfortable, is what's coming through, okay? And you have to be authentic within yourself, and if you're authentically processing pain, then you can't do anything other than be authentic in the process, you know? So more like not seeing. Yeah, you guys, Spirit's saying you're meant, and like, yeah, Queen of Pentacles, being present in the moment, embodiment is coming through so strongly. Some of you guys are so in the mind space that Spirit's pushing you into complete and total presence. They don't want you seeing all the nitty gritty details of what's coming in, because again, your energy as it's been has been associated with the things that have caused you pain and harm. And so it's important to just release that and not be able to formulate this next iteration of love and partnership, because this love and partnership is going to be revealed to you as you're anchoring and grounding into yourself, into your truth, into your emotions, emotional expression. Like, yeah, I think some of you have identified with kind of toxic concepts of love and relationship in the past, perhaps codependent, frustrating, something like that. And this is really God showing up for you on your behalf to uplift you into self and truth and authenticity and honesty and clarity, and that being sort of the thing that manifests and creates this new relationship that maybe hasn't even been formulated yet within your energy. So this is actually really powerful, Pile 3, and I hope it's motivating to learn more about how you can show up for yourself in an embodied way and move away from the mental aspect of things and the what ifs and the projections and the ways in which negativity is ruling the mental space, and self-criticism and harshness and blame. And it's like sometimes you have to be honest with yourself about where you're harboring negativity, or where other people have done you wrong, and you need to kind of be real about that. But then it's like, how can you honor that and embody that and then not hold on anymore? So that's kind of the message showing up for you. I know it's so funny how Spirit kind of sneaks these messages about the self-healing, self-love journey in these relationship readings that I do. But sometimes that is the ticket, you know, and we're all meant for love. That's just a fact. We're all meant for love. There's someone out there for all of us. And it's just about doing this energetic work within ourselves and loving ourselves and honoring ourselves in this way that is not always comfortable, that really brings the amazing, abundant, loving things into our life. So pile 3, I hope this resonated on some level for you. I hope you've found it helpful. And I appreciate you so much for being here and watching. And if any of this resonated, please do let me know in the comments down below. It helps the algorithm and it helps me see that I'm connecting with the right people. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.